Hey guys! All right, here we are. It is time for skills, which does mean our cat book. Woo! So yes, we're going to warm up today with some pop-out chaining. And you know that's when we go from the short vowel sound to using our vowel, mostly split, digraph to make the long vowel sounds, which we usually refer to as the first vowel saying its name. It has that silent magic E on the end for most of them. But definitely the silent magic E is present. So let's get started. All right. So our first pop out chain, the little two-word chain, we're going to start with the word at. At. So let's spell at. 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 From at to 8. At to 8. I'm changing the vowel sound. By adding the letter E. Still, so let's tap it. At 8. Still two sounds. The spelling is what creates a different sound. All right. Woo. All right, guys, let's keep going. Mad. Mad. Add. Mad. How many sounds is that? 3 sounds. Good. Let's change one sound to go from mad to made. Mad to made by changing one sound. Which sound am I changing? The vowel sound. Good. Aid. Made. One of those split digraphs that E has some magic to it. Okay. Now let's try with another letter. Let's spell the word Fred. Fred. Ed. Fred. All right, here we go. Ed. Fred. And what do you notice about the way I wrote Fred? Yes, I used a capital F because this is a name of a person, a specific person named Fred, capital letter, just like you would capitalize the first letter of each of your names. So now from Fred, changing one sound, we want freed. Fred to freed. Yes, we're changing the vowel sound. Only with the E we learned it's not a split digraph. They are together. It is still a digraph. 2 letters, one brand new sound. It's not Fred. Is it Fred? Those 2 E's come together to make one sound, and that is the sound E. So Fred, which was a name, to freed. Is this a proper noun anymore? It's something totally different. Totally different. We'll talk about it later. Freed. I don't want to confuse you. We don't know that part of speech officially yet, but it's not a noun. All right. Now, let's do another one. Pep. Pep. From pep to peep. From pep to peep. Changes in the vowel sound. Yep. Pep to peep. Peep. All right, let's keep going. We've done A, the letter A, making the A sound, and we've done it with a split digraph A-E, make the A sound. We've done the letter E, spelled E, and the digraph E-E, making the E sound. Let's do another one. I choked on my excitement, sorry. Pen. Pen. In. Pen. To go from pen to pine, we're changing that vowel sound again. We're going from I to I. Pine. All right. Next we have twin. Twin and twin. Remember I told you once before when we talked about the words 2 and 20 and twice that TW also means 2. So we know die means 2. We know TW means 2. So twin, in, twin. That means there's 2 of them. Twins. Do you know any twins? Are there any twins in first grade this year? We'll have to look into that. I know last year there were, but twins, you know, when the two babies are born at the same time, yeah, twins. So they're the same age, and they're the brother and sister, or sister and sister, brother and brother. Or let's say you really, really like a shirt, so you buy another one in a different color, so now you have twin shirts. Yes. Okay, now let's focus in. From twin to twine. Twine. We're changing the vowel sound. And when we talked about it before, we said that twine is like a type of rope where the pieces of the rope are like braided in together. They're intertwined. They're connected. So it's a couple pieces locked up in together. So you still have that TW making the two meaning. So twin to twine. Twine. All right. How about glob? Can you do glob for me? You can? Thought so. G-O-B. Glob. Excellent. Can we go from glob to globe, making one change? Glob to globe. Globe. That globe, you've seen the globe before. I showed you the globe several times, actually. So, globe, this sphere model of the earth is called a globe. That's a globe. All right, so we know globe. So glob is just like, just stuff, like smushy, gushy, yucky. Just like, glob, glob. So glob to globe. All right, and how about cod? Odd. Cod. Cod. That's a type of fish. From cod to code. Cod to code. And the code would be like what you do to get into your phone. Cod to code. Cod to code. Great job. We're going to make room for just two more. We're going to make one for two more. What sounds have we not used yet? Which vowel sounds have we not used yet? Correct, we haven't used or you. So we're going to make two little pop-out chains with and you. So let's write us. Let's tap out us. 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 Good. So that's us. From us, make one change to use. Use. So it's you, spelled U-S-E. Us to use. And my last example, let me say cub. Cub. And a cub is what is referred to, like baby jungle cats are called cubs. There's some other animals, but definitely like tigers and lions and jaguars. They call their babies cubs. We can look up later to find out what other animals are called cubs. Y'all need to remind me of that. If y'all remind me, I'll give each of you 3 dojo points to look up what other animals are called cubs. Okay? All right. You got all week to remind me what other animals are called cubs, but you can only get the extra points one time. Make a note of that. 3 points. Other cubs. And it can't be the ones I named. You can't tell me lions, tigers, or jaguars, because I told you those ones already. But yes, tell me some other cubs. Okay? So, cub. 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 Can we change one sound and make the word cube? Cube. Good job. Cube. 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 From cub to cube. And I'm looking around to see if I see anything that's shaped like a cube real quick. Oh, I do. Hold on. All right. Here we go. This box of tissue is a cube. Notice it is a bunch of squares put together, the 3D shape of a cube. All right, there we go. Okay. Yes, with the real-time examples. All right, so like we said, so us to use, cub to cube. At 8, mad maid. Fred, freed, pep, peep. Pen, pine, twin, twine. Blob, globe, cod, code. There we go, cod code. Yeah, good job. All right, so now get your brain ready because you're going to identify your tricky words for me. Not all of them, just the Unit 2 ones. If you hadn't noticed by the look of your cat book, we're almost done with Unit 2. Yeah, Unit 2 is much shorter than Unit 1. All right, here we go. So let's identify my freshly battery clicker. All right, so yes, we're going to identify tricky words as they pop up. You're going to read the word to me. Our first word is. No, your partner A. She, good job. And B. He, excellent. We. No, what? Okay, I heard you. There. Remember, this there is belonging. Those are their books. That is their blanket. These are their tissues. So, belonging, okay. They, all right. By, good job. My, excellent. You're on it today. Your, and again, just like it was their was belonging, your belonging. So your book, your lunch, your phone. So it belongs to you. And me. Me, good job. All right, guys. So let's move on. So who's this lady? This is Gran. Good, yes. And today we're going to read a story entitled King and Queen. So what are these pages here? What is this? This is the table of contents. And just like most times there's a front and a back, there's a front and a back to your table of contents. So the story, as you'll notice, the story, I don't see King and Queen. Well, that's because you have to turn the page to see the back. And if you'll notice, King and Queen is on page number 60, right there at the tippy top. So so that is where you'll find the story. And you know what? Pause. Let's do something different. I want to read with you today. Come on. All right, yes. So like I said, I do want to read this story with you. And we have our reader, Gran. And we open to the table of contents, as I previously explained. And we find that the story, King and Queen, see, I told you it's not on the front. We have to flip to the back side, and we see King and Queen on page number 60. So let's go ahead. We're not going to go page by page. Since we know we've read most of this book, we're going to just pick up and start somewhere in the middle-ish. Kind of middle-ish. Did I go too far? I did. All right, so that means we need to go back. We need our numbers to get smaller. Okay, now, oh, wait, I remember this picture. This is the story, The Sweet Shop. That's on page number 57. I'm almost there. All right, so now we're going to go slow because we're almost there. All right, we're going to read a story today titled King and Queen. Like I said, I'm partner A and B. I know I'm hogging all the roles, but it's okay. We can read it 3 times. 3 times. All right. King and Queen. Gran, Josh says, will you tell us a tale? Yes, says Jen. Tell the one where you... Yes, says Jen. Tell the one where you had to scare off the mad hog. No, says Josh. Tell the one where you were on that ship in the wind and waves. I will tell you a tale I made up, says Gran. This is the tale of a king and his queen. So question, what is a tale? That's right, a tale is a story. A tale is a story. And quick note, let's look at the picture. Which one does Gran seem more worried about? The wind and waves that Josh suggested, or the mad hog that Jen suggested? Yeah, she seems more worried about that wind and waves, just like looking at the expressions on Gran's face. Now, let's go on ahead and keep to find out about this king and his queen. Once there was a queen who felt sad. All she did was sulk and mope. The king felt sad that his wife was so sad. He made eggs to cheer up the queen. But the queen said the eggs had a bad smell. Ooh. The king made a cake, but the queen did not like it. The king made gumdrops. Hey, they're back. But the queen did not like them. By this time, the king was not sad. He was mad. He went back to the stove and made a pot of green slop. Ugh. There, the king said. Oh, let me try that again. Hold on. That wasn't the right tone. The cream stuff. So notice there is excitement, but it's not happy excitement. He's mad, if you remember from the previous page. There. So we need some excitement. There. But not with a happy tone. There, the king said. This slop is not fit to feed the pigs. The queen will hate it. But so what? Oh. The king piled some slop on a plate. Then he gave the plate to the queen. The queen had a bite. Mmm, she said. This is the best. Did she like the green slop? Jen asks. Yup, says Gran. That was an odd tale, says Jen. Odd, but fun, says Josh. Gran tucks the kids in. Then Josh and Jen drift off to sleep. Oh, that's the next story, so we need to stop. The end. All right, let's keep going with our lesson for the day. That was such a good story, but now it's time for us to get to work. So, like I explained to you, there is no page in your book for King and Queen, but I do have questions from my book on King and Queen, and that will be an assignment below this one. Okay, so this is the first assignment. This is where it says must do, and that is filling in the blanks with the correct tricky word to match the sentence. Notice there are more tricky words listed than there are sentences. So you're not going to use all the words. And below this, it'll say may do. May do doesn't mean you have a choice. It means do this second. Okay? So that's going to be questions about the king and queen. So this is going to be within Canvas in the quizzes format. And then king and queen is going to be in Nearpod like our other stories. Because even though I was already partner A, I kind of do still want to be partner B, and then I'll let you be partner C. So we're going to try to read this story how many times before we answer questions? Why are my fingers stuck? Okay, 3 times. We're going to read the story 3 times before we answer questions about it. So let's get to it. And that's all we have for today. I'll see you guys later.